It's slash for at.
Ow.
Ah, okay, okay.
What is it, Rinwell? Do you hear something again?
Yeah. It's that voice.
It's that voice, quote unquote.
The will of Dana's astral energy.
Doesn't sound very happy right now. Oh, hey, that looks like the wedge.
What? There's so much astral energy. But where's it all coming from? It's almost like it's alive.
Oh, uh-oh. Oh, hey, it's Shion's thorns. Never mind. That's not Shion's thorns. What was that question mark? Oh? Time stopped? Question mark? Mm-hmm. What's that noise?
Alfin!
Okay. So maybe we don't do the Sovereign Maiden thing again, yeah? Can we skip this ceremony? Oh, Shion's freaking out over there in the back.
That was the spirit channeling ceremony just now. No, it was more than that.
I don't know, Driz.
What the hell was that?
I don't know,
It
Law.
felt like everything was on the brink of... Like the whole
Despair.
world was seconds from...
Oblivion.
Oblivion. It's the same vision as the one my thorns show me. A vision of impenetrable darkness that swallows up us and everything else.
Sounds fine.
An empty void. A nothing so complete and dominating that there aren't even words to describe it. The end of time.
The visions of the apocalypse you've been seeing. If I'd known how bad they were,
We would have given you sleeping pills or something.
So, everything we just saw, those were Naori's memories, right?
That's right. It was as if her innermost thoughts were speaking directly to us. At least I know they weren't mine.
That power flowing into her, it reminds me of Shion's thorns. If they're what's responsible for all these visions she's been having, then maybe my thorns are made from that same astral energy?
If that is the case, we just found the missing link between your thorns and what happened here 3 centuries ago. No, more than a link. Perhaps even the very heart of the matter.
I've never felt astral energy so powerful. What was that? If it's the same energy your thorns are made of, it must be dark astral energy, right? And isn't that something only Renans have?
Correct. Dark astral energy is possessed by Renans alone.
And when enough astral energy gathers together, it develops its own form of sentience.
Oh.
If so, maybe that complete oblivion is exactly what the Renan astral energy's will is wishing for. But why?
I don't know.
So
Will
what's
can
the
be a pretty
planet
vague
like
thing to
then?
nail down. It's more of a feeling, just like the will of Dana.
But the will of Dana is made up of astral energy too, right? And if that's what's been showing us these visions, I don't know, should we really be getting so involved with this thing?
Dana's will would never want oblivion.
But you can't say that for sure.
Cut it out, you two. Squabbling over theories will get us nowhere.
Let's keep moving. If it's Dana's will showing us these memories, then I'm as clueless about its motives as any one of us. But if it could lead us to the truth, then I want to find out more.
That's right, Shion.
Shion's right. All we can do is keep going. If these really are Naori's memories we're watching, there could be truths in them I was never aware of.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they may be the kinds of truths I need to confront if we're going to keep fighting.
I'm sorry about what I said earlier. Come on, let's go.
I see that hydrate redemption.
Finally,
Thank you,
we begin
Django.
to understand
Drinking
what
out.
the thorns are.
Yes, and their source. A ceremony that occurred 3 centuries ago.
But we still don't know how to get rid of them. I just hope we can find a way.
Ooh, Hitro, I see you. Posture check. Okay, you can probably hear my chair squeak. Alright, so it's the only stare emo you got. Okay. I'm now sitting properly. And a turkey club sandwich. Nice. McAllister's delicious tea? Wait, deli tea? McAllister's deli tea and a turkey sandwich. Okay. It's that or a point. No, wait. Shion? Are you walking by yourself? There was one more cutscene I needed to watch though. Game?
Soon, we might very well learn the truth behind Shion's thorns, as well as my own past.
And also, yeah, flat tire. Considering you don't know much about what's going on in the game, that cutscene would look very, very confusing. She's become sentient. She's walking on her own. She got tired of waiting for me.
Whatever happens,
Oh,
I just need a little time.
I see. It's a checkpoint. Okay. So we're gonna save. We're gonna do another one actually. And then we're going to do this.
That vision we saw. It was as if it was meant specifically for us.
What do you make of it? Do you still think the will of Dana might be involved somehow?
Maybe it's trying to tell us something. But what?
Well, it could be supernatural. You know, like seeing dead people, messages from beyond the grave, ghost type stuff.
That's your grand theory? That we're being haunted? Come on, Law.
Wait. He might be closer to the mark than you think. What if a person's thoughts and deeds were to somehow become indelibly etched into the ether of a place?
Oh, what's her faces?
And what if those with a connection could then somehow pick up on them?
Like Alfin.
You think that's what it was? Some kind of message someone left here for us?
I am merely entertaining the possibility. Whether it was Dana's will, or somehow connected to the Sovereign and Maiden's powers, I do not know.
Okay, back up a sec. You're saying that if a place is full of enough astral energy, it can somehow show us events that happened centuries ago?
More to the point, how does that much astral energy gather in one place anyway? Seems unlikely it happened naturally.
Whatever it was, it survived here intact for 300 years. Whoever left it for us, the strength of their intent is beyond doubt.
The strength of their intent.
It was clearly Naori. Alright. She's hangry. The planet needs some food. Feed her. Okay. We're going. Where we're going and what's gonna happen? At this point,
Soon,
I have no
I have to
idea.
be ready to
Like,
face anything.
I wouldn't be surprised if we end
I'm
up in like some
determined
black
to
hole
save
going
Shion
through
and
another
Dana.
dimension.
Nothing I learned can change that.
Beam me up. So the research area that Alfin was taken to and Norori was taken to is in the Forbidden
Hold
Zone.
up, you guys.
What is it?
It's your old
I
bedroom.
want to look through that room over there. I'm
She's
curious
moving
what
on
we'll
her own
find.
again.
That's the room you visited in your past, right? Sure. We can check it out.
I guess I have no choice. What if I want to go this way?
We should go through that room some more before we move on.
Okay, game.
This looks like some kind of research facility.
Are there people in there?
A laboratory secreted away in the Forbidden Zone. Why am I past being surprised at this
Ooh,
point?
what if there are a bunch of clones
Looks
in
pretty
there?
deserted.
Let's check it out. It might give us a new lead.
Except for the people-side pods. The people-sized pods are kind of, you know, concerning. And they're definitely still powered. Huh. Let's do the next cutscene.
For the people of Lenegus, the Forbidden Zone is the stuff of dreams. Yet here I am, standing within its hallowed halls.
It's not
It's off
hollowed.
limits even for lords, then? Talk about an exclusive club.
Being exclusive is one thing, but how many important facilities let in only the Sovereign? Doesn't that seem a little strange?
Strange doesn't cover it. If it was only one room, maybe. But a place on this scale? How do they keep it from falling into ruin? Whoever
Mind-controlled
the Sovereign
soldiers.
is, they can't manage the upkeep of this whole place themselves.
Did no one ever talk about it when you were growing up?
No, not that I can remember. Then again, sovereigns and forbidden zones weren't exactly breakfast table conversations.
Alright, they sound like
The
perfectly
Forbidden
acceptable
Zone is a
topics.
hallowed place, at one with the Sovereign's authority, grounds of the one true ruler who presides over all Renans. That is what we believed this place to be. No, what we were made to believe it was. But now, it is finally time to discover this area's true purpose, and why it was kept hidden behind the scenes for so long.
An operating table, many subjects undoubtedly never came back alive from their operations on this. Oh, well, that's nice. Yeah. Got some trees. I guess we're pressing the button.
I think I can make this work.
Names? I don't know.
Well, can you make head or tail of it?
No, Hidro, no.
These are experiment records by the looks of it. Reams of them, dating back hundreds of years. Let's see. A composite being capable of controlling Danon astral energy so as to convert its molecular and elemental makeup.
What? What, the artificial
the creation
life?
of a governing central figure, taking the form of a Danon. Codename Sovereign.
That's me.
Sovereign.
Wait, there's more. Research into utilizing force field crystals for the purpose of stable astral energy containment.
Okay, Driz.
That must be the master course.
Mm-hmm.
With all this raw data, there's bound to be records here somewhere about the Maiden and the Lords, too.
About the lords. Why would they be on there?
What happens to the lords
Think about it.
afterwards?
The Lord's crests are clearly of a piece with those of both the Sovereign and the Maiden. Not to mention the fact that the contenders to the crown are selected from otherwise regular Renan citizens. In other words, it may be that all Renans are unwittingly being made subject to some kind of grand scheme.
Some master
What about the
plot.
Sovereign? Does it say anything else?
Where do I start? All I've read so far is the headlines. There's so much here. To sift through all of it would require specialized... Wait,
What is it? Did you find something?
it's a list of names, with the title Test Subjects, Sovereign. It's your call.
Read it.
There must be dozens of test subjects listed here. Hundreds even. All of them failures. Wait, I think I've found one that was successful.
Me.
Test subject number 1273. Ethnicity, NA. Unique adjustment index, generation, NA. Given name, Alfin.
I mean, Alfin, we already knew. Why are you so surprised?
They re-engineered me. Right here in this lab.
Alfin.
It's fine, really. What about the others?
I think
Was I
Lauren
the only one?
was.
Test subject number 10105. Ethnicity, NA. Unique adjustment index, generation, NA. Given name,
Lauren.
Volron.
Yup.
Volron? But that means...
He's only sovereign because someone made him that way too.
He's the last one. In 3 centuries worth of records, you and Volron are the only 2 subjects on whom the experiment was a success.
It's a really low success rate. They probably should have reconsidered their processes. 2 out of 300. Okay.
But what about the winners of the crown contests? Does this mean that none of them were ever crowned sovereign after all?
They were
Upon
obviously
victory,
used for
the sovereign
something.
shall return to Rena and rule over Rena and Lenegis combined. When a new sovereign is decided, the outgoing monarch shall relinquish their post and live out the rest of their days on Rena.
No, they're all
So we were
dead.
told.
They're
But
definitely all
according to
dead.
these records, there have only ever been 2 sovereigns, neither of whom had anything to do with the crown contest. It's all lies, including the part about the sovereign residing in Rena. The crown contest was never about deciding a new ruler. It must always have been devised for some other purpose.
But even supposing that's true, someone must have been in charge for the past 3 centuries, right?
The
If
creepy
it
lady
wasn't
in
the
red.
sovereign, then who was it?
Crown contests have been held this whole time, in spite of the fact that there was already a sovereign. Me. Meaning that for the past 300 years, someone out there has to have been maintaining that lie. The same person I'm willing to bet is behind all this.
The Red Woman?
Mm-hmm.
It's possible. But that doesn't necessarily mean she's the mastermind behind this scheme. She could be working for someone else. Someone back on the Renan homeworld.
For that long, though?
Either way, it's fair to say she's definitely involved somehow.
What about the data records? Is there no other information that could help us?
Not that I can see. Just file upon file of experiment results. There's nothing here about who's behind all this, or what their endgame is.
Yeah, I really
unfortunately.
doubt it would be in a research file.
I've barely managed to scratch the surface, mind you. You won't be able to read through it all, but you're welcome to take a look through what you can, while we're here.
Okay.
I'll do that.
Guess we're gonna be reading all night long.
So
Lore
this is where
time.
Alfin became the Sovereign, and Volron as well. The significance of this location would suggest...
Hey, it looks like the terminals in here turned on too.
We should look through them. They might contain valuable information.
Yo, you guys just interrupted Dohalim.
Only 2 sovereigns in over 300 years.
That's a lot of dead
So
people.
why has the experiment only succeeded twice in all this time? And if that's the case, why keep on doing it? Was there really no other way? Or could there be some other reason?
Dohalim.
Forgive me.
Alfin.
I'm fine. I'm just a little shaken, that's all. I knew what I was already. so it's not like it's a surprise or anything. But it's strange. I've got all this rage inside of me, but I don't even know who it's for. I'm scared that I'll put a face to it, just to have someone to blame.
If that were to happen, then No. Then we'd help you fight it, before you ever got that far. Wouldn't we, everyone?
Yeah, we wouldn't just sit by and watch you spiral out of control.
That's right. No good can come from being consumed by hatred.
Good group of friends.
If you ever start to lose your way, you can count on us to guide you back. To remind you where home is.
And I would be happy to lend an attentive ear, should you ever have need.
Thank you, everyone. I think I'll be okay now.
With the power of friendship. Showing this room's equipment hasn't been used in a long time. But showing Lenega structures, you can see pipes for transporting astral energy sticking out of them. Oh. Okay. And this area will now be shut down as the project proceeds to the final phase. See, my thought process is they know about whatever this oncoming oblivion is, and they've been trying to create something with the Sovereign and the Maiden the whole time in order to stop it. That's my one theory. And then my other theory is they're being manipulated by whatever is on its way to cause, you know, destruction. Etc. It's equipment for storing human bodies, whether it's held living or dead ones, they're all empty now. Oh, okay. Select a topic to explore. Detachable Harvester. A massive spirit vessel placed on Dana for the spirit channeling ceremony. It serves as the tip of Lenega's conduit from which it separates. Upon landing in Danan waters, it extends 2 sets of conducting pathways. The vertical pathways connect to the center of Dana. Meanwhile, the horizontal pathways proceed to envelop the entire surface of Dana. Once activated, it links to the biological spirit vessels placed in each realm, efficiently harvesting the planet's astral energy en masse. Oh, so the biological spirit vessel is like the plant. Wait, like the fire spirit, sorry, that was in Calaglia. The accumulated energy is then transmitted to Rena via Lenegas. Because construction and adjustment take place in the Forbidden Zone's regulator area, Lenegas' outer layer must be deployed prior to launch. Intended to function semi-autonomously, only maintenance personnel are expected to manually interface with it when necessary. Oh, it's all automated, sorry. No other personnel is required for it to function. Appendium 1. Detachable Harvester 1 was lost on Dana after exploding due to the rapidity exhibited by the Sovereign. So that would have been like the first time Alfin went Super Saiyan. Detachable Harvester's 2 landing point will remain the same as that of the previous model. This is due to the explosion of the previous model, which altered the planetary topography, enabling easier connection to the center of Dana. Okay. Lenegas is a large-scale astral energy converter that primarily converts the elemental composition of Dana's astral energy and transmits it to Rena. Activation and control of astral energy conversion is achieved by placing the Sovereign, the Maiden, and the Rena's Alma within the central core of Lenegas. Wait, do they still have, Well, it's clearly been initiated, right? So they have Valrin, probably, who's the Sovereign. And they have the Rena's Alma that she stole from us. Like the Red Lady stole from us. So either Inori is still alive, and she's being used as the Maiden. Or the Red Lady is also a Maiden? That'd be confusing. It is a comprised of classified and essential personnel residence zones around a large conduit. Along with a defensive layer surrounding them. This outer layer is deployed upon activation, unlocking the central conduit while simultaneously functioning as a stabilization mechanism. Due to its design, deployment of the outer layer is expected to cause damage to residential zones. Okay, so they were well aware that houses and stuff would be destroyed. However, because that only takes place during the final stage of the spirit channeling ceremony, no contingency plan to address that damage is needed. Until that phase, Lanegas serves as a central base of operations for the management and execution of the crown contest on Dana. Any personnel with level 3 authority or lower is strictly forbidden from the classified zone. Any violators will be executed. Okay, so it's clear that they only planned on activating Lanegas once, right? Once, the Sovereign and the Maiden completed their ritual, which would send the astral energy to Rena from Dana. That clearly didn't work out last time with Alfin, so what probably happened was that Lanegas transformed back then, but the process wasn't completed or something? What's this one say? Master Cores. Master Cores are instruments of power containing astral energy that belongs to one of the 6 elements. 5 of these Master Cores, those with earth, water, fire, wind, and light, are loaned to Renan Lords at the time of the crown contest. Only the Dark Master Core is maintained inside the Forbidden Zone until the Renis Alma is ready to be reformed, as its existence is to be kept top secret. Underneath the Master Core's spherical outer layer is a force field crystal used for the purpose of astral energy containment and stabilization. Inside the force field, astral energy is stored in a dormant state. For the duration of their tenure, each lord competes in the crown contest to amass their allotted type of astral energy. In the event of an emergency, each lord may be allowed to withdraw from their respective stock of astral energy as necessary. However, the extent allowed is determined based on their own individual strength. Design flaws have been discovered in how the Renis Alma materializes. Be advised that active Master Cores may resonate with each other, located in close proximity, and become unstable. Due to successful regeneration of the Renis Alma, the Master Cores will cease to be deployed and the crown contest will be permanently halted. Oh, they were planning on... So, this Renis Alma that we made was the first one to succeed. So the last one definitely didn't succeed. The one that Alfin and Naori was making. Spirit cores are end terminals used for the collection of astral energy. When embedded in a biological subject, it establishes a connection throughout its body. These connections are used to amass astral energy generated from physical activity, which is then emitted from the host body itself. So these are the gems that are in the Donan's bodies, like all the slaves on the planet right now. You see it at the start of the game, like they're in their hands and stuff. Because this emitted energy is prone to diffuse, the host must be placed within range of a spirit vessel for the energy to be collected. I see. So that's why everything was so centralized. This means that Danans must be employed to harvest the astral energy for the purpose of the crown contest. Given the difficulty in producing them, it is advised that spirit cores be retrieved from host bodies and reused upon their death. Ew. Spirit cores can also be embedded in Zeugles to control them via astral arts. Addendum. Increased physical load on a host body tends to produce increased astral energy emissions. Oh, so you just work them until they drop, so they produce more, huh? Final confirmation of ideal workload to impose on host bodies without inducing death for maximum astral energy yields is still pending. They hadn't figured it out yet. So what's the role of the Lords? Each crown contest, 5 of the best qualified members of the Renan populace are chosen to act as lords, vying to serve as the next sovereign. During their tenure, they are granted level 3 authority, as well as one of 5 elemental realms to administer, and its corresponding master core. They are also assigned an ID crest indicating their designated element. The selection process is based only on astral artistry and physical and mental aptitude. Other variables such as age have no bearing whatsoever. Because only the strongest go on to become lords, the position itself does not inherently make an individual any stronger. It should be noted, however, that lords are not the only individuals capable of drawing out a master core's power. All Renans must take part in the selection process, and acceptance of the position is mandatory. Also, you don't have any choice. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter what caste system you are, like in the hierarchy, whether your family is of noble birth or of, unnoble blood. All Renans are forced to do it. Well, it is not allowed for those deemed suitable to decline. Why? Do they kill them if they decide they don't want to participate in it? Just be like, no, I don't want to. Furthermore, in the event that an acting lord is incapacitated and can no longer serve in their position, a replacement must be quickly prepared. Okay. Unique Adjustment Index Test Subject Report. What kind of... The following is a report on the second successful case of Sovereign Test Subject Experimentation. So this is Volrun. Yeah. Although subject possesses high latent potential, it exhibits significant mental instability, along with a strong distaste for following orders. Yeah, we all noticed he was slightly unhinged. As such, the risk it poses surpasses even those of the last successful subject, itself a failure. And is therefore under consideration for disposal. So Alfin was considered a failure, probably due to us going out of control. Actually, no. Alfin wasn't a failure. He just had some power issues. Volrun is definitely considered a failure, though, because of his mental instability. And they were gonna dispose of him. So is he working then alongside the lady in red instead? Oh, never mind. This is the first successful case in 300 years. Previously mentioned risk factors are now mitigated due to established control protocols. Subject is to be evaluated under the assumption that Plan 2 will proceed and will be dispatched to Dana under the guise of serving as a lord. Plan 2. Okay, so they sent Volrun to Donna on purpose then. Okay. Interesting. The Sovereign. The Sovereign acts as Lanega's central control device for the spirit channeling ceremony. Each one is granted level 2 authority and an ID crest. A Danan subject serves as the base of its creation. In theory, ideal candidates possess equal affinity for every astral element. However, such aptitude is statistically rare to uncover within real-world conditions. As a result, most subjects die during the adjustment period, and stability is still not guaranteed for those who survive it. The instability, coupled with the Sovereign's power of astral manipulation, pose a high risk to the security of Lanegas if left unchecked. As such, stabilization measures must be put in place via the support mechanism when utilizing the Sovereign in the spirit channeling ceremony. Is that the Maiden? No effective alternative methods to perform the ceremony have been found. Trials on Danan subjects are authorized to continue. So is Volrun Renan or Danan then? Volrun would be Danan in this case then, yes? Unit 2 adjustments are a success. Subsequent adjustments are to be put on hold while extended observation takes place. And that also means that Alfin should be able to use all the elements. Okay. The maiden acts as the sovereign support mechanism for the spirit channeling ceremony. Yeah, okay. Each one is granted level 2 authority and an ID crest. A Renin subject serves its functions, providing the sovereign with the supplemental dark astral it lacks in tandem with the Renis Alma. Okay, so they pick a Danin because he can. They pick a Danin that is compatible with the 5 elements, and then the maiden is the one. No, sorry, yeah, with all 6 elements, and then the maiden is the one who also adds the dark astral energy into it. During the ceremony, it is partly responsible for astral energy conversion, as well as maintaining stability over the sovereign's own powers. Oh, so did Inori seeing, or whatever her name was, seeing the thing with the thorns and stuff, get in the way of her properly managing Alfin's power? And that's why it went out of control? Additionally, the degree of intimacy between it and the Sovereign has been observed to positively impact the level of stability in both subjects. Because of this, trial activations of the Sovereign without the Maiden present are expressly forbidden. Furthermore, neither the Sovereign nor the Maiden are to be informed about the details of the spirit channeling plan. Mental instability in the Maiden has been deemed the cause of the past Sovereign's rampancy. I was right. Okay. Yeah, so it was whatever she saw that affected the ceremony. Countermeasures must be considered. In line with plan adjustments, the current subject will have its maiden registration revoked and be returned to its original household.